Hey guys, sorry I haven't uploaded for like a week basically. I've been really busy. Like I said, I have school, I have homework, and I have all this stuff. Um, anyway, today I'm gonna be reviewing Wrong Turn 3, Left for Dead, a 2009 slasher film directed by Declan O'Brien, written by Connor James Delaney, and starring Tom Frederick, Janet Montgomery, and Tamara Hansen. It's the sequel to Wrong Turn 2, Dead End, which I reviewed last time. Okay, let's get started. Several years after the reality TV show Massacre, four college students, Alex, Brent, Sophie, and Trey, go to the West Virginia backcountry on a rafting trip. As they are camping by the riverside, the inbred cannibal Three Finger appears and murders the teens, except for Alex, who escapes after witnessing her friend's deaths. One of them got split in half, one of them got like a piece of wood or something like sharp object shoved down his throat. This other one got like an arrow through the eye. Pretty brutal stuff. 2 days later, three prison guards, Nate Wilson, Walter, and Preslow, are assigned along with the undercover prisoner and U.S. Marshal Willie Juarez to oversee the transportation of Carlos Chavez, a leader of a crime organization, to a distant prison in Hazleton with three other prisoners. Floyd, a neo-Nazi serial killer. Crawford, a car thief, and Brandon, a former U.S. Marine. En route, they take the road to the abandoned paper mill through Greenbrier County, where their bus tires are tangled with barbed wire from Three Fingers' truck, and crash into the woods, forcing him to continue his foot as Three Finger attacks them from the distance and kills Preslow. I forgot how Preslow died, but probably in some brutal way. Nate and Walter are now held hostage by the prisoners when they find Alex hiding out in the woods from Three Finger and his nephew, Three Toes. As they follow her, they find an abandoned armored truck containing bags of money. Nate finds a gun in the truck and gives it to Walter, who uses it to shoot Chavez, but the weapon is not loaded, and the latter kills Walter in retaliation. Chavez forces those left alive to carry the money and walk to the campsite so the criminals can use the rafts for their escape with the loot. Along the trail, they stumble upon a trap set by Three Toes that they can evade. Chavez and Floyd subdue the young cannibal and behead him. I actually feel kind of bad because he was just, even though he's like a mutant cannibal and like he was like technically the villain. I mean, he didn't really do anything wrong. He was just like a kid mutant. Like I felt bad for him, because he didn't really do anything, and they still killed him. So they behead him, leaving a trophy on the spent booby trap for Three Finger to find as a deterrent. And then Three Finger cries. After Nate disrupts the prisoners' escape to the river, Chavez unwillingly releases a trap set by Three Finger that kills Willie. The prisoners find Three Finger's truck, and when Crawford attempts to hijack the vehicle, he is lured into another trap by Three Finger, who ensnares him with a netting of razor wire and drives off, dragging him down the road, basically skinning him alive. Wow, that's brutal. But you know, they did stuff like that in the medieval times. Skinning alive was common practice for execution, I'm pretty sure. Local town sheriff Calvin Carver discovers the crashed prison bus and contacts the U.S. Marshal team while looking for Nate's group and his deputy, Allie Lane. Nate and Alex, with Brandon's help by distracting Floyd from attacking Chavez, attempt to escape, but the latter recaptures the two after beating down Floyd and leaving him behind. After they find the location where the watchtower once stood, which was burned down years ago, Carver finds the group but is killed by Three Finger. Forget how he dies too. It's been a while since I watched this movie. When Chavez attempts to reclaim the money, Floyd takes the bags as Chavez chases after him, only to see Three Finger lobbing a Molotov cocktail at Floyd, killing him and burning him all the money, as I think he burns alive. That's also pretty brutal, but you know, they did stuff like that in the medieval times as well, like the brazen bull, where you were locked in like this metal bull, and then they light a fire underneath, and then you cooked alive like a chicken or a turkey in an oven. Pretty gruesome stuff. That's probably the worst way to die, if you ask me. what was I saying? Now enraged at the mutant cannibal, Chavez tosses Alex to Three Finger to improve his chances of survival, and she is taken captive. Infuriating the others by his actions, Chavez is knocked unconscious by Brandon, who allows Nate to go back and rescue Alex. Chavez is then killed by Three Finger after the mutant overpowers him during their fight. And this scene was pretty real, because he got like an axe and like basically cracked open his skull and then sliced off a piece of his brain meat and then ate it. It's pretty sick, man. Pretty gruesome stuff. But it was definitely one of the best kills in that movie, in my opinion. But might make some people a little bit queasy, because like eating brain, Alex awakens in Three Fingers' cabin and sees Deputy Elaine dying from a razor wire net. Nate finds the cabin and frees Alex, but they are attacked by Three Finger as they escape. Three Finger chases after them as they drive away in his tow truck, causing them to crash into a tree. Brandon appears as the truck is about to explode and pulls Alex out. While Brandon helps Nate, Three Finger attacks them, but Nate manages to kill him by stabbing him in the head with his meat hook. So as you might know, Three Finger is alive in Wrong Turn 4. That's because Wrong Turn 4 is a prequel. So even though it was released after Wrong Turn 3 and Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings, Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings was released after Wrong Turn 3 Left 4 Dead, but the events took place before Wrong Turn 3, if that makes sense. So that's why, if you're confused in the next review when you see, hey, wait, what, didn't Three Finger get killed in Wrong Turn 3? You'll see that it's actually a prequel, if that makes sense. Sort of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. After Nate releases Brandon in return for help, the Marshall team arrives the next morning to rescue Nate and Alex. Sometime later, Nate returns to the forest to take the remaining money from the armored truck, but Brandon appears and kills him. He's so selfish. Like, he killed him, I think, just for the money. Like, he basically, like, tricked him, and he was supposed to be, like, his friend, but he betrayed him. So that kind of sucks for Nate. And, like, he literally survived the whole movie, and, like, he was going to be killed in the final scene. Like, he was the main character. Then he just doesn't even get killed by a mutant cannibal. He gets killed by an idiot who is selfish and just wanted the money for himself. And that would also be murder, so. As he takes the money, an unknown cannibal appears and kills Brandon as the movie ends. And it's not on screen, you just hear, like, hacking sounds with an axe, and it's implied that he's being, like, cut up. But no one really feels bad for Brandon, because he betrayed Nate and killed him just to get some money. So I was actually happy when Brandon died. At least I think he died, because they didn't show it on screen. But he probably did, even though it was like off screen and it cut to black. But you do hear screams and cutting, so he probably did. So my opinion on this movie, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like it. I definitely liked some of the other Wrong Turns a lot better. I mean, some of them are good, but some of them are pretty bad. Like Wrong Turn, I'd say my least favorites are Wrong Turn 5, 6, 7, and this one. And I'd say my favorites are Wrong Turn 1, 2, and 4. This is one of the poorest of the series, in my opinion. It's not as bad as Wrong Turn 5, 6, and 7, but it is pretty bad movie. I'd give it maybe like a 2 out of 5, maybe like a 2.5 out of 5. It was not great. I'd say it's like half okay. And I'll be reviewing a much better movie next time, Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings, which is honestly my favorite of the series. But this one I'd have to say, it's not my least favorite of the series, but it's bad. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's like quite bad. I'd say my least favorite of the series is definitely the 2021, or 2020 maybe, I don't know, Wrong Turn reboot, just called Wrong Turn. That one's the worst in my opinion. And the best one is Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings, so I'll be reviewing my favorite one next time. Alright, well, this has been my review on Wrong Turn 3 Left 4 Dead, and I don't recommend this one, but if you like the Wrong Turn series, then I'm not going to stop you, but like I said, you don't need to watch Wrong Turn 3 before Wrong Turn 4, because Wrong Turn 4 is a prequel, so you might as well just skip Wrong Turn 3, because it's kind of bad. I mean, if you like bad movies, then you might like this one. I mean, it has some fun kills, but it's honestly, the story isn't great. I mean, it's not terrible, it's just like, mediocre at best. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time for Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Begins, the prequel. See you guys next time for that one. Bye.